Like they're always that school that is pushing the boundary with the newest teachers, the most passionate teachers, and the newest learning techniques to really just promote different types of learning, promote collaboration. And I think that combination of support and then having that technology and that flexibility to back it up is a really cool mix that I found in Greenwood.
I'm Glenn Herbert, and I'm an editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private schools to gain insights into their programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administrators. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
I really liked the learning atmosphere there. So Greenwood has a really flexible learning system in that it has, with a lot of courses, like the math courses, I was able to take grade 7 and 8 math in 1 year. I was able to take advanced math all the way through high school. So I was able to really tailor my learning to what I wanted. And on the flip side, if you have challenges with the course, they have the opposite side where they can really support you where you need it. And I really felt encouraged to just go out, take risks, learn something cool, try something new. So I was on a sports team every single term. I was on 3 sports teams a year. I did Model UN, had never debated before in my life, but I had a fantastic time. I tried the business case competitions. I started a math club. I started a coding club. They make it so easy to try anything you want to do because they offer so many programs. And if there's anything that they don't offer, I found it so easy just to start whatever I wanted because it is so easy to talk and work with the teachers. So that was, I think, the best thing that I pulled from Greenwood was just they gave so many opportunities that I really got to try so much different stuff. It's tough to put my finger on it, but I think it has to be that small school atmosphere. It's that flexible learning. It's working with teachers that are just so passionate. I would just ask teachers questions for way past the time they were supposed to be in the classroom after school. And I just found that Greenwood has such a good learning atmosphere. It's really supportive. And I really felt like I could take the risk at Greenwood, ask the question, try that new thing. And I think that's the real thing that differentiates Greenwood is they encourage you to just try the new thing and they make it really, really easy to do that. For me, the personification of Greenwood is its founder, David Latimer, who we all call Lub, his camp name, because Lub is this larger than life, really inclusive person who just is all support. He is 100% positive energy and support with whatever you're doing. He gives it his all with everything, and his whole goal is just to push kids forward and and really give them a great start to life. So to me, Greenwood is actually perfectly personified with its founder, Love. I think I could tell very quickly. I walked into Greenwood, and right in the middle of the atrium, there's a rock climbing wall going up all 3 stories. And in grade 7, I'd be sitting in the classroom, and you'd see someone climbing up that rock wall, and people would cheer them on. So I think you can see it very quickly, but I think the longer that I was there, the more I felt it, and the more I felt how deep it actually went into the school's ethos. Yeah, there were many different types of Greenwood students. One of the big threads that I noticed across generally would be the collaborative nature of students. I really felt our grade and our school was very collaborative. We did a lot of group projects, a lot of presentations, a lot of working together, a lot of bouncing ideas off each other. And that's something I really noticed coming into university, was that I had so much more collaboration experience and presentation experience, and just presenting myself even, and meeting new people um, from Greenwood than I felt that many of the students had coming from other schools. Again, one of my favorite things about Greenwood is just that they put all the opportunities out there in front of you, and they make it really easy. So in my opinion, the people that succeeded the most coming out of Greenwood were the people that were eager and just went out and took those risks. A lot of my friends that I made at Greenwood, I became friends with them because I was one of the first people there and the last people to go, just because of the different programs I was involved in. And I became friends with all the other people who were the early ones there, the last ones to go. And I think that the most successful people out of Greenwood, the people that really pulled the most out of it, were the ones that just fully engaged and really just made the jump and just tried a bunch of new stuff, because it's not hard to do, but it takes that step forward that people have to take. Yeah, I think it goes down to a couple values. One is definitely collaboration, because the Greenwood students, we were perpetually collaborating. The whole system is designed for collaboration. Another one, and one that's talked about so much within Greenwood, and I really think it's an important part of Greenwood's culture, is inclusivity. So there's so many presentations about it, but within that, you can feel it within the school. There's just a general acceptingness for whoever you are, whatever end of the spectrum you are. I was the person with my head in a book and like a 60-pound backpack on with all my math books. But on the flip side, whoever you are. And then really, one thing that I pulled from the teachers was they just have such a passion and a caring for the students, that I noticed, especially coming to university, a lot of other schools struggled in this topic. I really felt like the teachers cared about us and had a real passion for making sure that we learned. And they would take as much time as needed to help you and make sure you learned with them. I think it surprised me just how many options they have. Greenwood really, it has that small school atmosphere. Over from grade 7 to 12, the school is under 500 people still, I believe. And it has this really small school atmosphere, and you know everyone in your grade. So usually that would be associated with kind of limited options, limited sports teams. But I found Greenwood was somehow still able to offer all of these options and sports teams. And one of the things I actually really liked about it is I heard about some of the crazy competition to get on sports teams at some of these other schools. Like, I've basically heard it can be quite difficult depending on the team. But with Greenwood, I really was able to just try something new, work at it, and get on these teams. So I think it was really cool to be able to just try these new things like that. What I will say, I think I had the general parts within me, but Greenwood really helped nurture some important parts to me as a person. I think Greenwood really helped make me more social, more collaborative, and Greenwood's really designed that way with the co-ed atmosphere, with the way the lodge is designed, the way the classrooms are designed. Everything is designed to just encourage you to work with other people. I think Greenwood also helped me become more comfortable with taking that risk, you know, just reaching out and trying something new. And I really felt that when I left Greenwood, that I was way less intimidated by trying something completely new and out of my depth than so many other people were. And I think Greenwood also just helped me enjoy learning, because they really try to tailor the learning towards the different people. So I think I had all of these things in me coming into Greenwood, but I think Greenwood really helped me just explore and grow them and become so much stronger in these categories that are really important to me right now. So I did a lot of growing at Greenwood. Okay, I think with my experience, when I came in grade 7, there is so much new stuff I was trying to figure out that I still joined the sports teams, but I kept more to myself at the beginning of grade 7. And I really wish right from the get-go I had just come out and started meeting people faster and started trying things faster and trying these clubs faster, because I think it would have really helped me meet a lot of new people in those early years. And I think I understand why I didn't, is because it's when you're starting something so new. I had been at the same school since JK. So starting this new school with all new people, that was something I'd never experienced before. It was a lot, but I wish I could have pushed myself even a little farther and just met as many people as possible, because I really liked meeting so many of the different Greenwood people. And what I realized, especially in grade 8 and 9, was how inclusive the grade 12s were, and how willing to talk to you they were, and kind of almost mentor you and walk you through stuff. So I think in grade 7, I didn't quite see that, and it just took some time to really fully understand the culture. And I think I was talking about this earlier, where you feel it at the beginning, but you only realize how deep it goes when you're there for a little while. So I think I wish I could have told myself that just go for it from the beginning. I think the way I look back at Greenwood is perpetually evolving, because it really has given me a fantastic base set of skills that I got to develop there, and a base set of skills that I find are surprisingly important and surprisingly rare, especially among people similar to me who are that kind of technical engineering type. So I really find, actually, the longer that I go throughout my life, the more I appreciate that I was able to develop these sociable skills, working in teams, working with girls. It's a co-ed school, and just really presenting myself, shaking hands, being comfortable with the small talk. I think that's something that I really got better at Greenwood. And the longer I go, the more I appreciate that I really learned, in addition to all the schooling, they really pushed those soft skills, and becoming really good just as an all-around person. That I feel like is a really important part to Greenwood, is just developing that all-around person. I feel like one of the best ways to sum up Greenwood is actually with a bit of a story, and that's when I went on a trip in grade 9. I was struggling with the trip. I think I was still figuring stuff out. I didn't know the group as well, and I kind of kept to myself for the first, I'd say, 2 days of the trip. And 2 days in, I think one of the students realized this and immediately just made it his personal mission to engage me for the rest of the trip. So, and those people on that trip are actually still some of my closest friends to this day. I still talk to, I'd say, half the people on that trip pretty consistently. And I think that is a really important insight that tells you more about Greenwood than anything else, is that that is the type of school that Greenwood fosters, that Greenwood really tries to be. That is Greenwood at its best. And I think, and I really tried to push for that and help people going forward as I got older throughout Greenwood, and became that upper year that people would look up to and lean on. And I think that that kind of atmosphere where you support each other and you just encourage each other to bring out the best. I think that really is Greenwood at its best. And I think Greenwood, it's always a challenge. There's the outdoor education where you go out in the fall and in the winter. There's intensity. The classroom can be challenging. There's all these challenges, but underlying is this supportive environment that I think is so important to Greenwood and was so important to my learning. I just think Greenwood is a really nice environment to learn in. I really felt like I could learn with the support of my classmates, the support of my teachers, with the support of the higher ups at Greenwood. I just felt literally from top to bottom, there was so much support to just push you forward and really just help you wherever you needed help and whenever you reached out. I really felt like I could go and push farther, in my case, in the maths and the sciences where I was interested in. I could learn more about math. I was asking extra questions in physics. I took a ton of extra stuff in economics. I could really push forward in the stuff that interested me. But at the same time, it's that same culture where on the flip sides, with the courses you might struggle in my case, art, I had so much support from that teacher and those classmates in a class that I was struggling in back in the day, to help me go forward and still learn and get the very most out of that class that I could. So I think that is a really important thing to schools. And I think it's something that maybe some schools don't focus on as much, but I think Greenwood really focuses on that support, and they actually they're able to enable it more with their really cutting edge learning techniques. Like they're always that school that is pushing the boundary with the newest teachers, the most passionate teachers, and the newest learning techniques to really just promote different types of learning, promote collaboration. And I think that combination of support and then having that technology and that flexibility to back it up is a really cool mix that I found in Greenwood. My one piece of advice is just go for it. If you're thinking about going for anything that you're unsure about, as long as you're interested in it, give it the shot, give it the try. I tried so many things that were way out of my purview, way out of my normal life, and I really felt like some of those things were the things that I learned the most from because it gave me an insight into something completely different. So my recommendation is just go for it. Try all the new stuff because I learned a lot from the classes at Greenwood, but I think I learned more from all the extracurriculars and all the different stuff I got to try. So my recommendation is just go for it.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.